Good morning, friends of the earth. The day is Wednesday, December 20th, 2022. I'm still in the hospital. I couldn't break out. I'm still stuck here. Hopefully, it'll happen today. I'm looking out the window, looking at the Ford World headquarters, which is about 2 miles from here, I believe. Beautiful glass building. They're going to be building a new building, I think, next to it, and revamp the whole campus in the years to come. Saying that, I'm hoping to get out of here and buy me a Lincoln Town Car, 1990. I am getting anxious and impatient being here. But you know what will make me feel better? That all my subscribers out there, if you all could find me one new subscriber, that would double my subscriber base. I only have 256, which I'm very happy for each and every one of you. Y'all hold a special place in my heart. And as far as I'm concerned, you're brothers and sisters of mine. But let's grow this family bigger. And I need over 4,000 watch hours before I can get monetized. I'm at 843. I'm hoping to make longer and better videos if I could just get out of the sick cycle. But if you join my regime and subscribe, it makes me stronger, and hopefully I could do something else than these stupid hospital videos. Looking out the window of hope. I am not one that hopes and dreams. I'm a doer. No matter what the hell the odds are, just do it. Just like Michael Jackson said, so many. No, that wasn't Michael Jackson. That was, I'll be damned, I can't think of who it is. It's the most famous basketball player of all. Michael Jordan. Jeez, oh Pete. He's always been an idol of mine for the last 30 years since I was in college, when I learned that he couldn't throw the ball in the basket. It took him 12 hours a day, every day, every day. His father pushed him to get to play basketball the right way, and he turned out to be a champion of the sport. Throwing that ball right in there, and it took hard work. I'd like to get back to working, doing hard work again, but for my subscribers, by entertaining you, showing you the shenanigans of Daniel McKenzie here, letting you know that we're all the same people. We just have to work together and work what we want to do in life. I'm 54 and a half, and I'm not done working. Until I'll be when I die, it'll be because I'm doing something standing, not laying down. I beg to differ to this. See that I'm gonna be laying down dying. I push myself over the edge before I lay there and debate if I'm going to live. It's just the way us Mackenzies were. My mother was the same way, you know. She worked and passed out working at Denny's in Elm Park, and there wasn't much left after that for her. And well, my father, he was retired, and I didn't let him do much. He had his garden, but when he told me he wasn't going to do a garden no more, I knew his days were numbered. And he didn't even know he had cancer when he said that. But 2 years later, he had perished. I begged him to try everything, just not just sit there and wait. And unfortunately, I guess cancer just beats the shit out of you every minute of the day. There's just no way of breaking out of it until it kills you. Well, I'm going to defeat the odds because that's what I do. I'm a winner. No matter what it takes to win, I win. But I need your support, and we need to win together. And I'm always here for it. Anybody that's got a question or some type of need. I don't get monetized on here, so you guys got to help me get somewhere. You know, tell your friends what an idiot this guy is on YouTube. Whatever it takes to get them to get on their device and subscribe to my channel. And if you have a channel, I will do the same thing and subscribe to your channel. And we work together here. You know, no matter how big I get, I'll have time to subscribe to your channel if you have one. Even if it's just 2-3 people in there, I'll be number 4, number 2, or number 1. You know, just let me know. I'd be happy to share the joy of subscribing. You know, I'm not a greedy man. I believe in sharing the wealth, and the more wealth I can create, the more I want to share it. Because what you give, you get back 10 times over. But it seems like for me, and all that you people have wrote and said, I get 25 times or more over. So giving is the key element of making it. If you can't give it away, you're not going to get nowhere. You got to give your life, first you got to give your life to God and let Him take over. And you say, I'll follow you westward. Let's quest for the best. As quest means west in French. Or west means quest in French. I live outside Detroit. Many of you call it Detroit. But the proper pronunciation is Detroit, Michigan. As Detroit is French. Detroit started out as a French community. I'm in Dearborn. Half of it's Arabic. And these are very good people. Some of the best and friendliest people. And most of them have been beyond exceptional in my care. The things that I hear that they say about the Arabic people are wrong. These people that have been in America want to be just like us and better. They've kept Dearborn from falling apart. Dearborn would have turned out to be more like Detroit's bad side if it wasn't for their beyond investment of the east side of Dearborn. And it's a very beautiful community. They all take care of their properties. They invest. It's not that they keep the money themselves. It just expands throughout the community in a lot of Detroit. We got to think that we got some Greeks here. They've one for them. A lot of places around here wouldn't have restaurants. Coney Islands. Detroit's known for Coney Islands here. We have the best hot dogs, I believe, in the world made here in Michigan. And I enjoy eating Kowalski's at $7 a pound with the skins out, the snap franks. We also have Dearborn sausage that makes German Weiswurst. It's about the only place, and I'm going to go buy a case of it and split with my best friend Gabrielle for Christmas. She's like my best girlfriend I know. I'm trying to say it without it sound like that we're dating, but we hang out quite a bit. Uh, I do love her to death. She's the light and sky of my life. Uh, my son is my pillar. He's did everything to help me the last couple of years. He's slowly turning into a man. I'm very proud of him. He's got a full-time job. He drives brand new Fords from the factory to the depot rail station or something like that. I don't know exactly. But he drives a new Ford pickup. So if you buy a new Ford pickup and it was built in Dearborn, my son drove it. He probably drove the shit out of it. Who knows? Especially if you got an F-350 or 450. He definitely moved it because he'll drive the biggest truck he can find that he has to move at the moment. He loves trucks. I wish we could get a couple trucks. I'd love to get this channel up there so I could, we could buy us a pickup. Me and him could share and enjoy together. And maybe do some road trips and stuff. I'm hoping that the car I'm hoping to buy later today is in the shape that she my chiropractor said was in, which I believe her. She's a devoted Christian woman from Hoffman Chiropractic. She's nothing but love, and her hands are alone from God. I saw her 3 weeks ago after I ain't saw her in a while. I've been seeing her for 30 years. Because she's the only chiropractor I ever liked. My neck hurt so bad. It felt like someone beat me to death. And then ran me over and then chewed me up. I couldn't even walk into the place. They went and got a wheelchair for the first couple of days while I was getting chiropractic treatment. And x-rays showed me that my head was like 1.5 inches off my body, off to one side. It looked like a car alignment out, pigeon toeing. Boy, man, the first crack of my neck, or the first day she cracked my neck and upper ribs. Oh my God, it was a lifesaver. I couldn't take 3 Norco to kill the pain in my neck, and she just went crack, 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 snap, snap. It was like the relief was so good it hurt. I ate dinner that night, went home and had dinner that night my son made, and I went straight to bed because I was so unexhausted from the pain. I was actually overjoyed with the pleasure of relief. And I'd passed out and slept like a baby all night long. Woke up and I was like, felt like I was born again. And I am born again. I was baptized back in 1980 or 81 or 82, I don't even remember, at Gilead Baptist Church, which I believe was the key foundation of everything good that's happening good in my life. One of the things that saved me from I've been in the hospital probably 80 times in my whole life, but I don't think I would have ever lived this long if I didn't have Christ with me. And I learned in recent years I can't get nowhere without him. I'm not telling you to go to church and go swear to the crown or anything, but I'm just telling you what works for me. I just do what I feel is now. Whatever I do, and if it works for me, that it probably works for me because I'm an oddball, okay? But I've had people try to mimic me and think and stuff I've done, and they try to do it, but they wonder why it don't work. And I say, you don't have the same passion. I'm doing this because I don't care what I make. I do it because I'm enjoying it. A lot of people want to know how I make money, and I'm like, I'm not making money. Money just comes because I must have earned it. And not because I asked for it. There's a difference there. There's a difference. I never was supposed to make it in IT. I was told I wouldn't be able to turn a screw when I was 8 years old. But yet when I was 4 years old, I dismantled the train tracks off of about 4x8 sheet of plywood, and I put the tracks straight so the train could run into the wall. So I could be better entertained, because looking at going in a figure 8 figure for 20 minutes, just like boring. I'm like a crash and burn kind of accident prone person. You can't learn unless you get hurt. And when you realize how you got hurt, you make sure no one else gets hurt. That's what I do best. I'm an ultimate screw up, but I'm successful at it. Most of you know I was in special ed until I got to junior high, and then at that point they wanted to put me in reform school. Luckily, I didn't end up there. I did normal. I finally decided I was going to, do what I was supposed to do in school, and did it, the best I could. And I wasn't good at it, but I made it through. I did get a diploma in 1987. I went in the Navy, but I wasn't successful because my soul wasn't in it at all. And I had a motorcycle accident like 5 weeks before I went into service. And when I was running in boot camp 5 miles a day, and I was getting good at it up until that bruise on my hip, on my left hip, below the belt line, started getting inflamed, and an internal infection started. Well, it was the 4th of July, 1987. I wasn't feeling good. And my master sergeant master chief come up to me and says, "What the heck is wrong with you, Spuds?" That's when Spuds McKenzie was popular. And in the Navy, I got called Spuds while I was in boot camp. And he'd go, "Spuds could probably march better than you, McKenzie. What the hell's wrong with you? You're supposed to be an international star. Why ain't you an international star? Why are you in my Navy? You can't march. You should go back to being an international star so I could be entertained." And I never knew what he was saying back, Chief Yarborough was saying back then. But now I do know what he's saying. I'm a shooting star, and there's so many of you who watch my videos around the world. I can't believe it. And yesterday's video about breaking out of medical prison hit over 1,200 views. I'm so happy that enlightened me today to make this video. I can't tell you how much I love you all for watching it. Take the time to watch my hoo-ha videos. I mean, it means the world. Just watching my videos is a gift of financial, mental, It's not paper money, it's mental money. But I hope to grow the channel so I can make some money, and then maybe, if I make enough money, I can do better things, and, maybe find ways to share it. That's what it's about, I just want to reach people and hopefully touch someone's life out there that feels like they don't fit in, or they're never going to make it. And I'm going to tell you, that's the farthest from the truth if you believe into that. And if you need help believing that you're going to be someone, then let me know, because I'll push you forward. No one pushed me forward. I had to do a lot of it myself, but if I can make it easier for someone else to go through less agony than I did, I've done my job. I've earned my reward by watching others succeed. I can teach people how to fix things and do things. I can't teach you to be motivated. You gotta find the motivation yourself. But maybe I can help you get motivated in some aspect. I sometimes need help getting motivated. Being sick, it doesn't really get you in the mood to do anything. It's just me and my cat at home arguing with each other, and, Miss Squeaky gets kind of tired of me being laid up. She's like to see me, have time playing with her and giving her love. She's the love of my life. Then sometimes we think about her sister Boo Boo. We both are crying over Boo Boo. Boo Boo passed away a year and a half ago, July 19th, 2021. It was like I lost a daughter. I had a cat 13 and a half years, and I had Squeaky 3 months longer than that. And they're like I don't know if they're like my best friends or my daughters or my wives, I don't know, but it's almost that close of a personal relationship, with an animal. It's a very priceless thing. If you ain't got a pet and you're very lonely, get a cat. They're easy to take care of. We'll get a little dog. I like little dogs. I like big dogs too, but the more I want to deal with. But I like little dogs, and my favorite is the wiener dog. I'll tell you why I like wiener dog. Because my friend Gabrielle has a wiener dog that's disabled, and I've never seen a person give up so much of her life for a little animal. She has to care for this dog like it's a human being, an invalid human being. And she's did this for almost 15 years, I think. Lexi got disabled when she was just over a year old, and Gabrielle has spent thousands saving this little dog, and this little dog is like the greatest thing in her life, and it's almost the greatest thing in my life. It's taught me to be, what the hell are you crying about? Why don't you try walking with 2 legs instead of 4? And I'm like, I do got 2 legs, and I can walk with 2 legs, so what am I crying about? But she's happy. You can see the smile and radiance of love that comes from this dog, and it's worth everything she's invested in this dog, and I've invested over the years. I always say, bring my dog over, because Lexi, I don't know, if anything ever happened to Lexi, I'm going to cry harder than for Boo Boo. Because she taught me something. A little tiny dog teaching that a hard-headed, stubborn, fixing his way old man here, I'm not going to tell you she did, and she did. She did more than my shrinking therapist of 30 years could do. The magic of having a pet. And it doesn't have to be in perfect health. It could be a pet that might need you more than anything. Don't be afraid You'll be amazed. The love and the companionship you'll get out of it is just it's beyond priceless. And this Christmas, if you're looking for a pet, don't look for the prize one in the window. Look for the one that needs love, needs you, because they're gonna save you. They be, you'll be found. You'll be important to somebody or someone or some animal. That's the magic of Christmas. Go out there. I'm telling you, there's thousands, millions of pets out there that need a home. I wish I could bring in another animal into my house, but Miss Squeaky, she's kind of set in her ways, and she, you know, I really don't want to aggravate her or anything. I just want to keep her happy. We'll never have to worry about being homeless. My house is paid for. All my cars are paid for. I only have about $142 worth of debt on my credit card. That's because I paid for my tags for my red Nissan car a couple of weeks ago. I wanted to get legal. After I got running, I'm waiting for some transmission parts to come in and put them in the transmission. I hope I fix the shifting issue in it, or I'm going to put another transmission in it. I don't know. No big deal. I'm always looking for people to help me physically, or maybe you can donate to the show. You know, if you donate to the show, I can reinvest it back in the show and or get things I need to help me out. I am on Social Security disability. I don't want to be on Social Security disability. I want to be a star. I want to be out there making people happy, enjoying being around more people, and entertaining the masses. I like to earn my money. You know, just like when I worked in IT, my last 2 years in IT, I went from $50,000 to $80,000 money I was making, and it felt good. And then my left foot was broken, but they did not want to open up my foot to fix it. Well, I could still tolerate walking on it with special shoes. My right foot had fractures everywhere, and the doctor basically said, you can't be running around all day on those feet. They will break down and disintegrate. And you being diabetic, you know, you need to just step it just down a little bit, but I don't want to. I just gotta find something else in life to do to make a living and be a supporter instead of a liability to the world. You know, I'm never gonna give up. I'm gonna fight to live, no matter what it takes. I'm stronger than many other people in this world. I am rhino strong. I will refuse to die. I tell you that right now. And I'm gonna do everything I can to refuse to die. Because I'm going to hold my hand with Jesus, and we're going to fight through the hottest fires ever to come out of hell. And I'm going to walk through them like they don't exist. Because I like the heat. You know, if you ever come to my house, let me know if you're coming over. And if you don't like it hot, I'll turn the thermostat down from 83 down to 72. Me, I like a tropical paradise. I'm on 2 blood thinners. So, if I... What is comfortable for me at 85 is comfortable for you at 68. That's how thin my blood is. But with the miracle of medication keeping me going, and it is a miracle. And Christ and my chiropractor are going to be around for a very, very long time. I'm going to be here for every one of you, and I will take the time to answer anybody who has the time to ask me anything. I promise you that. I don't care how big I get. If it takes me 3-4 days, and it will be me responding back to you because you asked me. I'm not going to be like other famous YouTubers that have a staff of people just commenting, or the governor having constituents. It is me, and I'll do the best. And when that day comes, I can't answer. I'll at least have the decency to say I'm overwhelmed, but it's going to take a lot to overwhelm me because this is what keeps me going. You know, people, every time I see a new subscriber, and I saw 2 this morning, so I'm at 256. That was better medicine than anything else to me. You know, there's 2 more people that came and joined my channel. You know, it's just clicking the button for you, but to me, it means the world. I would never think I'd even have 25 friends. You know, I don't have 15 friends I know around here that well. You know, I got some very close friends. You know, I got Gabrielle. I got my son. I got Sherry. She's another lady friend of mine. She's always talking to me. I got Dave. He's a cool guy. He's helped me out with my cars. And I got my brother Charles. He's been a big support to me, and now I'm kind of helping him. He's kind of too proud to ask me for anything, but I have to put my foot in his ass constantly, keep him in order. But he's good. He's a good guy. Deep down, he's a good guy. You know, a lot of people don't understand him. I do. And he's my brother, and I love him no matter what, even though he drives me nuts. But he's still. And then I got my half brother JC. I wish he'd come to Detroit and see me. That would be a big gift. Just saying hi to him in person. It would just be like getting a Cadillac. I ain't seen him in 30 years. We make phone calls all the time in Texas. I've met his son. His son stayed with me a few years ago for a couple of months when he was started with the airlines. Incredible guy. It took me a while to sync with them, to understand each other, but we text each other all the time too. And I tell him I'm always there for you. You know, I'm your Uncle Dan. Even though me and your dad might have different moms, he's still my brother, and you're still my nephew. You still got some of my blood. And that's all. You only need 2 drops of my blood to be my brother, as far as I'm concerned. And if you want to be my brother, if you want me to be your brother, you hit that subscribe button. You already get 5% of my blood through magical forces of the Bear Claw regime. And I hope it's that 5% I can give you that brings some promise to your life, or some good, or somebody that knows that they think of you, even though I truly don't know who all my subscribers are. Personally, I know you because you're watching. And I wish the best for all my subscribers. I wish you to do whatever it takes that makes you happy and makes you wealthy, and makes you want to go save a pet for Christmas. You know, I'm talking for all the lonely animals out there that need humans to survive. You know, go find an old cat. That's, you know, you don't want a young cat, get an old cat. You know, a lot of them are willing to be little buddies laying next to you, watch TV. You know, you save them from being executed because they're just in the way, and I hate that. So I, I'm glad to hear. I believe Michigan's a no-kill state, so they have to take care of the animals in Michigan, which is unless they're sick, they can't be healed by the vet, or they're violent. They get to live. That's awesome. It's really awesome because no one should be executed because they're in the way. Nobody. No, even especially my enemies, they don't need to be executed. They need to know that there's more love for them than anybody else. And I'm telling you, if we all work together, peace can be achieved around the world. You know, don't accept what you're told. Don't be forced to do what you don't want to do. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. Your heart is the only way through everything, especially when things aren't going well. Don't default into negative things. Don't do drugs. Don't hurt other people. Don't steal. Don't be a bullshitter and a hypocrite. You know, just do what you can. And even if it's a little simple thing, even if it's taking the trash out for your neighbor, why don't you get all your neighbors lined up and take the trash out for them on trash day? And maybe make $2 off each customer. You know, I used to do that for my neighbor when I was in high school. I took care of her dogs. I cleaned up all the dog doo-doo in the backyard. I would I'd help her with, feeding her. I'd get home from school. I'd go over there, help her use the microwave because the microwaves just came out in '84 or '83, or they got theirs, and I was jealous we didn't have a microwave quite yet. Or '82, I think it was. Wait a minute, let me think. '84, it was '84. I think it was '84. And I said, Dad, we need a microwave. Dad, we need a microwave. And we finally got one. And Dad went and bought a new stove with the microwave on top. Or the TV power went out, and I had to go over and set the time on the TV and some clocks. I actually had people back in the mid '80s that said, "Dad, come over here and fix these stupid things. I'm about to throw them out the door." I used to be told to.
I'm just checking in. I'm from Dr. Giratli's group.
Okay.
Any chest pain or shortness of breath?
No, I'm in perfect health.
Good. It sounds like from our standpoint things are stable, and they were gonna maybe do a cardioversion as an outpatient after you go home.
Yeah, that's fine.
So things are all good. I'll let the other doctors know that. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions at all?
No. I didn't get you or your name on my video here, and it's pointing at me, but your voice got caught. do, do, can I, or do you want me to edit our conversation out?
It's okay, whatever.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's
See,
okay.
people in the world, I have 256 subscribers, and they always wonder what's wrong with me. So they don't always believe me, but coming from your mouth, you being a physician,
That's
they
okay.
appreciate that. And I never hold secrets, and if anybody wants to know my business, I say share it, because the only way I get better is if someone out of the blue might know something, and if I'm not brought up, that will never get answered.
Yeah. No, that's okay.
I don't believe in being private about anything, because that's just hiding behind a curtain.
There you go. All right, Daniel, have a good day.
If more people thought that way, I think we could cure stuff.
For sure. Have a good one.
All right, thank you for your permission.
You're welcome.
Good, I don't have to edit the last 2 minutes. Some doctors are very touchy about their voice being caught on the camera. But she okayed it, that's all that matters. And I'm happy. I like when they're willing to spend that moment with us. And like you heard, I'm okay. I hope I can get out of here today. You know, this place feels like a prison. But at least it's got windows. And I can look at what's a successful corporation over there, Ford Motor Company, you know. I like Ford cars. Especially 80s and 90 models. They were my favorite cars at the time. You know, even though I have a 1995 Corvette and a 95 Chevy van, I had 3 Nissans. Now I only have 2 Nissans. I have a '04 Nissan Sentra SER and a '05 Nissan Sentra SER. Those I think I will keep. We might sell the '05. It is a rust bucket, but the '04 is all there. If I sell it, I'm gonna repaint it first, because I want to get good money out of it. But I don't think I'll sell the red one. There's just something about the red one I won't let go, because my first Nissan Sentra SCR I bought brand new in '06. But I ended up giving that back to the bank 2 years after that. I always tell some people that my ex-wife wrapped around the tree, but really, it went back to the bank. I couldn't afford the $445 monthly payments on it. And it took a lot to admit that. But the world now knows the whole story. And now this just is. I'm not good with my money, because I never make enough to cover what I spend. But I pay cash, and I just get good cars with stable track history, and knowing if I get them at the right age and the right mileage, and I pay the appropriate amount for what's left of the vehicle. I know, like the Lincoln Town Car, the Panther frame cars, like the Ford Crown Vics and Mercury, Mercury, whatever. They're they live at least 199,000 miles before they have major issues. The 4.6s, they're good motors, but they have a plastic intake. They seem to go bad around 135 to 145,000 miles, or 10 years old. You have to buy new intake. That's about $250 for the new intake, and probably about $300 for someone to put it on. But they're really, you could do it yourself. Anymore, I could turn a few bolts, and it comes right off. And I had to do it on my '97 Lincoln Town Car I had. That was a nice car. I loved it. I don't know why I traded it in for my 2012 Sierra pickup. But I wanted a pickup. And I didn't realize how much I loved that car. You know, it was like and I'm glad I'm going to have the opportunity to own another one here today, I hope. It's the longest Lincoln, I believe, the longest car at the time we made. Cadillacs weren't quite as long. You know, if you're gonna ride a classy car, it's got to be big and long and wide and heavy. And it's such a good driving car. I already know that. Just like my Nissan Sentras, for a little car, the B15 model is a great driving car. You can drive like a madman on two wheels. It stays straight down the road. I know their engines and transmissions don't compare to maybe some of the other Japanese makers, but if you change that oil like every 2,000 to 2,500 miles, you'll get the mileage out of it. You know, I've proven that fact. You know, they say the transmissions in these newer Nissans are junk. Really, they're not. They're actually not a bad transmission. They're really actually a decent transmission. I'll tell you what the problem is. Most people who buy these cars were told they're maintenance free from Nissan. Nissan is like, oh, they're maintenance free. You don't have to ever do nothing to it. We guarantee it for 100,000 miles. There's so many of them I hear that fail around 50, 60,000 miles. And you know why? Because CVT transmissions actually require more maintenance than your standard automatic transmission. Once the fluid starts breaking down, that rubber band in the damn, well, I call it the rubber band of CVT. It doesn't have, the fluid doesn't have the power to keep it in gear. It starts slipping. I've heard some mechanic place go, we bought those cars for next to nothing. We changed the fluid, flushed it out, and put it back out on the road like nothing happened. I'm like, what? They need $100 worth of transmission fluid and $10 worth of trans cleaner to go through it, and that was it? These people bought the shop on to nail them for a new transmission when they really didn't need one. Yeah, so if you got a CVT that's slightly slipping now, change the fluid. It's $12 a quart, buy good stuff. I guarantee you, when you put that new fluid in there, it'll shift like a new car. Every time I change 2-3 quarts to Gabrielle's car, every 10,000, I do it every 10,000 miles. She says it drives so much better. I got to put struts on her car soon, and I'm going to put TKD or something. They're from A1 Auto. I'm going to go with them because I have a lifetime warranty. They're $230 an axle for two of them. They got the spring and everything, and I believe they look like a quality strut from looking at the pictures from the other ones. There was some that were much cheaper, and they look like cheap tin or cheap metal. And these from A1 Auto look really nice in the pictures. That's why I told her I think we ought to go. Unless you want better, get some KYBs for $300. Those are definitely gonna work. If it was me, I'd buy the KYBs, but she's conscious with her money. She'll probably be happy with TKD or whatever the hell they are from A1 Auto. Then I'm gonna go through it, and hopefully I get my Lincoln. I'm gonna go through and do lots of fluid changes, service anything that needs repaired. I don't think it's going to need any detailing because the woman who owns this car is meticulously funny about being dirty. She's always clean as and fresh as a flower. Her cars shine in a stormy day. I mean, she's a 2010 Lincoln Town Car, which I hope to be the next owner someday. She keeps, it looks like just coming out of the detail shop, all primed and pretty. And I'm going to tell her that when she ever gets rid of that car, I want to buy it. If I got to give up everything, I'm going to buy it. Just like I did what I did to get the money to buy the car from her today. I hope. I am so anxious and patient. It's making me sick just thinking about it. That's why I ended up in the hospital, you know. I was busting tail, doing some work in South Bend, and by the time I got back, not being on oxygen for 3 days, put me back in the hospital. That's why I ended up in the hospital. And then they said I had an infection on my foot. Didn't smell right. My podiatrist, Dr. Mahajan, came in yesterday with the Kurt tool. It's like a circle knife. He went in there, scraped some crap out. He said he splashed some wound care in it, liquid, and he debrided the other foot, cleaned it out. He said, Dan, and then he did bone biopsy. I want to make sure that osteomyelitis in my foot isn't progressing. But I told him nothing's going to happen for a while. I said, we're going to try more treatments. We're going to try stuff outside the textbook. I am not going to let Dr. Curtis talk me into a baloney amputation. I'm going to fight this to the point that I have to do the amputation or I'll die. That's when I'll do it. But if you people out there help me heal, we can avoid that. And I believe, you know, it's possible. There's hope. This is what I call, you know, I keep reminding my foot doctor, I said, you told me you could save my foot. I felt the energy that day when it was so dark for my soul. I just came out of a coma from 2 days because the gangrene in my foot was in my blood system. It almost killed me. But I came through. They don't believe it, how I did it. I was post-op, my oxygen was 60% for 2 days. They don't know how the hell I fought that off. And I remember when I was in that coma, I was calling God, God help me, God help me, God help me. I was fighting them in my coma. But they didn't know what the heck I was saying when I was in a coma. I wasn't even coherent, but I was coherent in the zombie state. And God came and pulled me out of hell. So, like, subscribe, comment. This video's too long already. I have to let you all go. 54 minutes is probably one of my longest videos, people. Like, subscribe, comment on my YouTube channel. If you don't, you're an ass. So, get the hell out of here. Have a nice day. Goodbye. It's sunshine in Detroit. Wow.